Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, today is the day. Today is the day. Today is the day. All right, I'm a little tired. We're going to work this thing out, but God is good. God is amazing. I am here at the church already. Yes, the sister don't play. We're getting things in order, and the glam squad is doing what they doing and whatnot. So we are excited, and hopefully you all will be able to play later. It's just such a wonderful opportunity, as we talk about the adoption and all of the wonderful things. Today, my son, my number 4, gets married to his high school sweetheart, the love of his life. He made a choice many years ago and was like, yeah, mama, that's the one. And they kind of went their separate ways, went to school, did a lot of different things. But today is the day that God is bringing them together in marriage, and we're excited. I don't know where anybody is. The rule for today: every adult must adult for themselves. That's all I'm saying on that. God be glorified. It's so much that I've had the opportunity to share with you all, and it'll probably get a little bit noisier as people kind of come in, and we got the bridesmaids here, and the bride will be here a little bit later, and the boys are where they are at. And, it's so many different things when we think about, a wedding, but I wanted to be specific in talking about the things that are needed just with the adoption. So I've had the pleasure for other times of one of my jobs. I work for a adoption agency. And so at the adoption agency, these children will come from other countries. So one of the countries that people would go, literally, they would have to go and get the kids. And you had to, you had the house check. They needed to make sure you were mentally sound. All of these things that when you are just a natural parent, they don't ask you, are you mentally sound? Are these kids going to drive you crazy? The answer is yes. Those kids are going to drive you crazy, but that's the reason why they want to make sure that you are mentally stable before you take on the responsibility of caring for another life, caring for another heart. And so one of the years, and I'll never forget this because this is 10 years ago, we had a reunion. And so the way that it happened was the mothers who had taken care of the children while they were in Korea, because it was a waiting time. And so it would be 2 months that the babies would be born, and they had, it was adoptive mothers, but it was sort of like, they were the caregivers in Korea. And so I never forget, because I worked at the time at Purbuck International. Hi, Janet, Tony, what is up? And one of the blessings that I was able to see was the reunion. And so the Korean mothers came, and we had a luncheon, and the luncheon was all of the adoptive mothers and the children, and then the mothers who took care of them when they were in Korea. So one of the things that was so impactful about that experience was, I don't talk Korean. I don't know what hello and goodbye is. They didn't speak English. But the funny thing is, when we look at the language of love, we all got choked up. And my tears turned into the Korean language, and their tears was translated into the English language. And so we understood their joy. We understood that they were happy that these kids had found a home, and that they were going to be better, that their lives were going to be just able to walk out in a different path than the one that they had. And so when we think about that, and I'll never forget that day, because in all of that, that we had, one of the things that was so impactful for that is that I'll never forget the feeling in that room. And the feeling in that room was those mothers loved. So the love of a mother's heart is one that I'm so excited for today, because I get to share this with my son. I get to share this with my new daughter. I get to be transparent. The other thing is, I'm always extra. I'm always the side one who's like, yeah, this is not the thing. People are like, oh, the wedding day is about the bride and the groom. And yes, it is about the bride and the groom. But part of who else it's about the parents. It's about what we've poured into our children. This is a celebration because we were able to do the things that were right in the sight of God. We were able to kind of get folks the way that they needed to get the kids, sometimes knocking them upside their head, sometimes being really strict about the stuff that we wanted them to do, and we didn't always know what the right thing to do was. And so we were able to give them the good things to say, give them the good things to do. But with all of that, we also had the opportunity not just to reprimand, but to love and teach them how to love other people. And so today is, as we celebrate them, it's also about what we've done as parents. It's also about what we've done as people in our, hey Brandy, soon girl, so get ready. It's also about what we've done in their lives. And so this is a celebration for us because myself, Raymond and Carol and Carl, we passed the test. We passed the test. We get to move into a new position of mother-in-law. They get to adopt a son. No, final sale. Okay, stay on track. They get to adopt a son. I get to adopt a daughter today. And then our families are united. And so it's deeper than what goes on in our hearts. It's deeper than what happens in there. And I wish everybody could be here, but I done told y'all eat too much. And, it's kind of expensive. And we got a lot of things. The church is real big. If y'all make your way here, you are welcome. My heart is overjoyed because as I shared the story with you about the Korean mothers and the children and how we were able to come together. Keita, you already know. Candace, I love you, Candy. Justine, good morning. It's so many things, but the reason why I shared that story is because that was an impactful story to me. Hi, Dana. And it was something that changed my life. It changed my thought on motherhood. It was like, how could these people love these children so much that they were happy to see them go? They were happy to see them go out into the world. They were happy to see them be better. Now, look, I'm in heels right now because, I need to make sure that, that I stay on my feet for later. You got to go in, you got to do stuff when you're a mother of the bride. Apparently, you can't just sit down, but that's a whole nother story. So I need to make sure that I'm on my feet because I got to depend on other folks, to get me up and down the stairs. And y'all pray, Jesus. But with all of this, we get the opportunity to celebrate that language of love. And that experience that I had 10 years ago in that room with those Korean mothers, my heart was overjoyed and filled. I mean, there are going to be tears today because the excitement that I feel in my heart is something that it's something that just has not been matched before. And so now as we kind of go forth, now look, I done got my call. It's time to get super glam now. But the time that we spend preparing and getting our hearts ready for love, like today is an amazing thing. Tony, I'm talking about you. We talking about, oh my gosh, it's so much. That day that I had with those Korean mothers as I was at Pearl Buck, probably might be my number one emotion of how I was able to see the love of a mother's heart. And so today I get to walk in that. I get to be excited about the fact that just like those mothers were excited about the lives that those children would lead, I get to be excited about the life that my son and my new daughter will lead. And so it's an amazing thing. And I know Tony didn't even think when he came on here I'd be talking about Pearl Buck, but it's one of those things that it was a very impactful time in my life. And so there are lessons that I learned and things that I saw that you can't get with a paycheck. You can't get that with a paycheck. So I was very blessed to meet some amazing people and be a part of people's lives in a special way. Thank you, Shelby. I still got to come through and let you, get that. Yeah, get a sister right. Okay, so now look, my sister Nellie, she's here. Because y'all know nobody don't touch my face but Nelly. So we about to get in this chair. And they like, well, why so early? Because while everybody else is doing all crazy stuff. And Mary pondered all these things in her heart. That is, Michael, I can't wait to see you. That is just something that always stuck with me. Because it meant that there are certain things in our lives that there are no words for. There are certain things that we will experience that are bigger than us. There are certain things that we've got to make ourselves open to. And so, hey, Charlene, get on in here. Hi, Lisa. Love you. It is so much. And so as much as I could be like, oh Lord, please make him ready. Oh Lord, please let this boy, know what to do. I know that he's done it. So as I said, we always say that the day is about the bride and groom, but I get an elevation. So it's kind of about me. Okay. Not in the ego way, but it's kind of about me. It's about what I've poured into him, what her parents have poured into her. And then we get to watch them be the bomb. We get, it, Brandy. Look, I'm trying to be humble right now, because when I get out that chair with Nelly, y'all already know it's on and popping. God is great. God is good. I hope that these series has been a blessing to you all. And just be reminded to love. Be reminded that even if you make mistakes, if I tell you, there's so many things in my story with Joseph, that one son, that sometimes we bump heads and we do things in a different way. And I told his wife, I need you to know one thing. Joseph is the son that is the most like me when it comes to him being a visionary, when it comes to him being a dreamer, when it comes to him being stubborn. We putting that on the altar too. All of those things, God has allowed me to see me outside of myself. And then I get to make changes as I am parenting an adult child. So it's so much. I love y'all. Michelle, I'm glad to know you all are safe. Still praying for Texas. Still so much stuff. Y'all know it's going to be a couple of installations today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your prayers. I promise you, it is what makes a difference. 21 days of prayer I had with my daughter in the last month. And so it allowed us to grow our relationship. It allowed God to show himself strong. And I say to you all that for everything that you do, you want to put prayer in your life. Even if it's something that you think you don't have time for, put the prayer in your life. God will change things. But most of all, prayer changes you. And so I can say that I'm a better person today because of we did make a sacrifice. We made a sacrifice to pray every day. For 21 days. And then we prayed together. And it was so much. Now I'm giving a special shout out to my sister Effie. She is in Texas. She's in Austin, so she's okay, but she couldn't make it here. One, because of the weather, one, because of other things. And one of those things that kind of, puts it in my heart. She sent a worship mix to me earlier in the week, and I promise you that thing has been blessing my very soul. Okay, look, I can't be late because somebody else getting that chair. Me and Nelly got this issue. I told her she my makeup artist. So if I see her doing other people's makeup, if I see her doing other people's makeup, I'll be having an issue. So I told her, I need to be first because I can't see her come off on somebody else's face and then ready to do mine. So I got to be the first face. Yes. So I'm about to get slayed. Y'all already know. What is it? Butte Artist. That's right. We got Butte Artistry. Look her up on Facebook if you're in the Lehigh Valley, but she will come to you, if you going to pay. If you paying, because look, we don't take no shorts. When I say I support somebody, that means my pockets go where they at. But you're going to see the pictures later, how, you might not recognize me because that's how good she is. I love y'all. Have a good day.